Well, hello, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2, here on Buto Plays Whatever. In our previous episode, we got our ship, then we got some crew, and we're making our way to Neketaka. Now, there is other things that we can do along the way, but I like to get there in the Huaro. Interesting. What is this? It's like a broken ship. I would like to get as much as I possibly can. Okay, you're sailing past a reef with Shield Sister Dahlia shouts out, pointing to the port. They list a ship stranded in the middle, perched on a narrow shoal. It tips and rolls with passing waves. Hanging from the mast is a blue flag showing an image of a crescent moon sinking beneath the waves. Your crew gathers around, murmuring in low, excited voices. Little Louisa rushes to the railing. Captain, that's a gift-bearer ship. No telling what sorts of treasures it's got. Eld Ingram snorts. Gift bearers carry sentimental junk, worthless stuff. No, that's a smuggler's ship. It's a classic disguise. Aura the Mad spits into the water. Then it's a fucking stupid one. Gift bearers only visit landlocked settlements. That's a trap. Wow, okay, so we have a bunch of different opinions on things here. Prepare a skiff. We have to row out and climb the hull. What was that about gift bearers? Eld Ingram. Thoughts? Ready the guns. Cannoneers need the practice. What is that about the gift bearers, old man? Eld Ingram fixes a pensive frown on the wreck. No offense, Captain, but the servants of the Andra collect things people want to forget and consign them to the sea. Anything gift bearers might be carrying would be stuff nobody wants. Thoughts, anybody? This guy's got the wisdom, if I remember correctly. Yeah, his intellect is 18. Wait, what's this guy's intellect? Yeah, let's ask Smarty Pants here. Elith rubs his chin. I've heard rumor that some gift bearers operate as smugglers on the side. I suppose it's possible they're carrying something of value. Use a spyglass. Do we have a spyglass? We don't have a spyglass. I wish we had a spyglass. You know what? F it. Prepare a skiff. Athletics. You row the skiff above the reefs, the waves tossing. We're just trying, in addition to the hazards of Mortal Kombat, have the walls climb rivers across and pits to leap over. Once per counter, characters with athletics can use the second wind ability to recover lost health. A higher athletics score increases the effect of second wind. In conversations and scripted interactions, athletics is used for physical feats like climbing, swimming, and jumping. Okay. You row your skiff above the reefs, the waves tossing it, the bottom of the small boat occasionally scraping it across the jagged structure below. You tie off on a snag of coral next to the wreck. The water is rough and the hull slick with brine, but you're able to find purchase between the shifting planks. You pull yourself up using bent planks and barnacles for holds. You've almost reached the main dock when a wave slams against the ship. You hear a crash from somewhere below as the vessel rocks. Your legs slip out from under you, and your fingers dig deep into wet lumber. Ah, interesting. Once the ship settles, you resume your climb and make it to the safety of the deck. Search for salvage. You find several crates of supplies. Oh yeah, 10 minutes in, 27 ammo. Oh, several crates of supplies and several more of assorted odds and ends. Handkerchiefs, bed, bead jewelry, cracked scrimshaw, and a child's doll. So, that's not too bad. I'll take that. Now, search for evidence of smugglers. I can use my perception for this. Fine, okay. You think back to comments and wonder if this might have been a smuggler's vessel after all. Perception. Use which person? Me, because I am the most perceptive. Success. You slide a crate of junk aside and find a trap door underneath. Within rest a small chest brimming with golden shellings. Very nice. You gained 23 gold shellings. The item was put into your stash. Among the coins rests a small figurine of an imp of all things. You gained a laughing imp cameo. The item was put into your stash. You load your find on the skiff and row back to your ship. The results? The crew earned 90 experience. Alright. Very well. So, there was this little port. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's going to be, food is going to be intense. So we can collect fresh fruit. I see. Water times 26. So nothing else of value here? Interesting. So that's how that works. So go ahead and get back on our ship. Sea navigation. View. Known locations. Click on known locations drop-down list to bring up a list of places you have discovered. You can also search for a location by name. Ships travel faster in deep water, slower in shallows. Okay. Good to know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Picking up steam. Because we got to get to where we're going. The Howling Gorge. Game paused.
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once. You feel a resonance in your core, a bell ringing in tune with all the others. Something in you bends, then breaks, and you are borne away on the ringing tide, just another peal among the many. The tide of bells recedes. You lever yourself up onto your knees and realize you have been here before. You stand in Bareth's realm. You are alone. And then you are not.
Oh, that's sick looking.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Bareth, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Bareth settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
She intones. Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's draining souls from the veins of luminous Audra. He's stomping around the Deadfire, yanking up souls like a giant Audra soul magnet. It's too early to be sure what his plans are, but his behavior is suspicious. I can't follow Aethys around if you're going to keep dragging my soul into the beyond whenever whim takes you. Say nothing. He's draining souls from veins of luminous Audra. Straight up.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Bareth dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wotica strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Bareth? He should. Margron subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wotica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wotica with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wotica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She cast a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
Wotica says, and grins.
If you think that's an appropriate solution, I won't stand in your way. Given her relationship with the moon, I doubt Andra would approve of that plan. I'm pretty sure we need that. You would destroy Eora for what, spite? I'm pretty sure we need that.
A voice echoes from the shape nearest Bareth.
The lava is too large to be moved, and Kaltha too quick to be caught, even for a god of Wotica's strength and apparent lunacy.
The figure beside the aspect of Bareth flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Mogren's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Mogren says.
Sure, great idea. Can I go now? What kind of precautions do you suggest? I don't care what you do, just put me back in my body so I can get this charade over with. We're gonna go with 2. What kind of precautions do you suggest?
Mogren looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
Bitch.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wetica suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who wiped dear desperate Alice's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Attempting to end Aethys may only make things worse. He's too dangerous, you have to destroy him. I'm gonna say nothing.
The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Oop. Stepped on a god's
Mogren
toes.
grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Mogren's direction.
Mogren speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wotica waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys other than decisive, final action.
I'm gonna say nothing.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The pallid knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the pallid knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
This is bullshit. I'll do what I can. I can only do this because I must. We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. Helpless to resist, you tumble into her impossible eyes. You fall wildly, endlessly, unable to find your bearings or slow your spin. And in the distance, above, no, behind you, comes an insistent ringing. You angle yourself toward it, searching for the sound. A small silver bell appears just inches from your fingertips. You reach for it, straining to still its interminable ringing. The moment you touch it, your soul slams into your body with all the force of a fall from the top of the sky. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
Jeez, man. I love these freaking stories. Is there something with you, bro? Alright, let's get back to sailing, man. We're wasting time and money. And those two things matter to me. Very, very much so. Now, we were coming across this island. Let's check, let's pause. Karatupu. Okay, let's check my map. Now, we're halfway there to Neketaka. Now, maybe we can get some wares here. Let's do a little bit of exploring. I mean, if we could pick up stuff for free, that's the best. Oh, game pause. Something's happening. The desert wind carries a sibilant susurrus to your ears from the canyon head, punctuated by cracks and pops, reminding you of eggs on a hot pan or a fire in a dry bush. The low growl that accompanies it, however, raises the hair on the back of your neck. That's my boy here. So what is this guy? He's got some might, constitution. He's not like super high in anything. But what is he good at? He's good at stealth. We're going to go ahead and listen carefully. I am going to listen because I'm amazing at it. The sound resolves in a rhythmic chittering, slowly and cyclically. There we go. Rising and falling. It sounds like a chorus of voices, inhuman voices. Let's see if we can search for the presence of other minds. Well, there's only one guy that can do that. Surfin's eyes slide close and breathing slows. You feel the faint tingle of the cipher's abilities probing the edge of your own soul before returning outwards. Cap, got twixt 3 and 5 minds ahead. One of them be right god's damned big and twice as hungry. Seraphin scowls. Should we take him on? We got a crew, man. We got a freaking crew. Oh, man. One of them be right goddamn big and twice as hungry. Continue cautiously forward. Oh! You carefully enter the desert canyon, keeping to the shade cast by the tall standing stones. Ahead of you, a group of Zerups chant, hopping back and forth on skinny legs, shaking their spears. Nested between them rises the black, leathery form of a drake. The creature's wings rise above it as it tears at the corpse of a boar at its feet. Continue watching. With a mighty twist of its muscular neck, the drake tears the boar in half. It raises up on its legs, lifting its head, and swallows the back half of the boar whole. The lump of the animal visibly travels down the reptile's throat. When the Zerups hop forward, it tears its feathered headdresses from its head and tosses it aside. It drops its staff a moment later and spreads its arms before the drake. The large beast peers down at the Zerup, then, with a flash of a moment, eats the small wilder in a single bite. The other Zerups cheer, banging their spears against their shields. Can we use a distraction to sneak closer? Oh, we did. Oh, so that's what those guys look like. Interesting. You move quietly from stone to stone, entering the canyon without drawing the creature's attention. Freaking crazy, man. Sacrificing? Not a fan. Not a fan at all. So did we just... Oh, man. Let's pause. 38 defense, resistance, dexterity, afflictions. So we can... Man, can we take it down? Can we take it down? What's my formation? What is my formation? So... What is this guy's health? He's got 95 health. He's not too shabby. Focus is 17 to 70. That's my boy up there. Now why is my pig in the back again? Get my pig on that front line, man. So, what is this guy capable of? Okay, assails the target's grasp of reality, confusing, shaking. Yeah, dude, we might be able to take this thing. Bleeding cut. Okay, so me. Now we can use this. Call upon those agreed to follow you. Their presence distracts all foes in the area. So there's now also hobble foes in the area. Using watch powers to gaze through the target's eyes deep into the soul, temporarily frightening them. Okay, so we do gain points in these for every level up. Good. Now, let's go ahead and mark our prey, which is going to be this guy. Now, is everybody selected? Most importantly. And we are going to attack this. I have marked my prey. Man, it is going to get crazy here. So, now that I've marked him, let's go ahead and let's cripple him.
Death to our enemies.
Sounds good to me. Ooh-wee, that is some freaking pain. Did this guy die? No. Okay, 5. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and use the chorus right down here. Oh, baby! That was great. Okay, still got some points. So let's go ahead. Now the Drake is dead. Let's go ahead and target this guy right here. Oh man, this guy is like taking it to this back dude here. We're doing pretty good all around. So now we have that. Let's go ahead and cripple this last guy who's about dead anyway. He's taking it to my pig. It's too bad my pig is a perfect meat shield and just heals like a freaking bandit, man. What is going on with this guy? Oh, he healed himself.
This is futile.
Man, he's still alive. Hoo-wee! That was a freaking battle. Let's take everything we can. Skirmisher Spear, which might be pretty good for me. 3, 13, 19. I mean, I don't use my spear a whole lot. I don't know. We'll have to take a gander at things.
I'm on it.
So, let's regroup. We can take some of this meat, some of this coin, and we're going to get a quarterstaff out of the deal.
Can do.
Is there anything else for us to take? So that all the enemies kind of get grouped into one. Interesting. Yeah, boy. That was a freaking fight right there. Is that all that's left in here? Getting some EXP. Took down a freaking dragon, man. Now, one of the things I forgot to get when I leveled up, now that I recall, was that extra regen on my freaking boar, man. And that's what I should have. I forgot that I even did that. Let's come on down over here. Medical supplies times 5. Broken Spear Pass. So it's going to be another fight. And that's going to lead on to the Ruined Tower. Okay. Bones crunch underfoot, strewn across the sand, or skeletons half buried in wind-blown dunes, or lying bleached and baking in the sun. Their corpses still wear the tattered remnants of their clothing, their packs tangled in their limbs, worms circling the vultures high above you. The sand is strangely lively here. It dances as if caught in the breeze, but there is no wind to stir it. Several piles of grit rise above the dunes and the suspiciously ordered mounds. Use a ranged weapon to test the sand mound's reaction. Search the skeletons. We'll use a ranged weapon. The mound of sand whips itself into a small storm. It rages across the dunes, and an outburst awakens from the mounds of sand beside it. Together they raise from the desert as a swirling cloud and bear down upon you in mass. Okay, at least we weren't surprised. Surprise attacks suck. So, are we going to be in a mega squad? We are indeed. Let's go ahead and circle. We cannot do that right here. So, what do we got here? A sand blight. A lesser sand blight. Okay, so 2 lessers and then this big dog right here. He's got decent health. But with Master Pig, I don't know up in here. I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. But we are going to go ahead and mark my prey.
How do you like that?
Hobbled him right off the bat. Good. No uses left. Oh. 40. Now how the heck does this regen? Doesn't tell me. It has to regen over something.
Can't make it down.
Good flanked, huh?
That's it.
Oh, there's a freaking Drake all of a sudden. We'll go ahead and hobble this guy. This desert worm. Boom. Did I get it? Now, is anybody like super low? No. Good times. Primal rock. Some scoria. Primal wind. A gate. Okay.
Just say the leave it to me.
Oh, there's a glowing bones here. Healing hands. Lesser lay on hands grants lesser lay on hands. So what does this lesser lay do? It's going down into... Okay, it's not armor. So where is it at? Combat only, laughing at cameo. Oh, okay. Additional effects. So where does this go? It goes on the hands. So, will we put this on this guy? I mean, it doesn't have any armor rating. I think that'd be on him. Lesser lay on hands grants lesser lay on hands. Okay. Lesser lay on hands. Uses 1 per encounter. Focusing the divine energies of the gloves, the wearer heals an ally or themselves with a touch of their hands, restoring a small amount of health. Okay. That works for me. We'll put it on the NPC. I think that's one of the better things here. Quarterstaff. 19 to 25, man. Which is what I would like this guy to have. Champion Spur, 14 to 20. So let's go put that on this guy. I've been meaning to do that. Oh. Let's put this in his personal inventory. Just in case he wants it. But, now that that's all done, let's keep on our way here. Adventuring is fun, especially when you kill lots of things. A ruined tower. Okay. The remains of a tower lie strewn upon the ground before you. The stone structure seems to have been tumbled over during an earthquake. The tower appears abandoned. Any corpse remains. Search! 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 You have gained items 2 Mother of Pearl. Search. End. Man, that's kind of a poopy endeavor. So is there anything else? There is something glowing up here. Cavern of Zur Tuk Tuk. Now, how much? We seem to be doing pretty good. You come upon the opening to a small cave. Putrid gusts of hot air burp from deep within, and you hear the faint chitter and hiss of Zurps in earnest conversation. Enter the cave. Your boots crunch through a drift of brittle bones as you creep into the Zurp lair. We will dominate this island. This random island will be nothingness. This will be my island. I will call it my second home.
Ready when you are. One of my eyes be
Not a
open.
problem.
Indeed. Sneaky is sneaky. Can we get improper? Okay, well, I guess those guys are up front, which is fine. You know, let's pause this for a second. Let me get this in best detail. You are not in the very thing. There we go. So, this is how it should be. Okay? Are we all right with this? Let's get this all correct. Thank you. So, Zurp Skirmisher. He doesn't have any weird effects. Man, there's a ton of these guys. There is that barrel right there, man. If we could shoot that. What is this? Lesser Flame Blight. Whew. I mean, once we start, it's going to get crazy. Oh. So is there anything south? There's some stuff. Signal of Trophy Wardstone. Nice. Ink Harp. Take it. Bang. Because once this party starts, it's going to get intense. Let's get everybody into the location. Now. Okay, we got to take it. We got to take it to him.
Better run!
Let's freaking do it. No, I'm good with everything the way they are.
To alarm you. You're mine!
I don't think... Let's go ahead. Let's just mark them. Bop.
How do you like that?
My boy is paralyzed, though. Holy jeez. He took a beating right there. So, this guy. I've yet to figure out how in the world to use this. I mean, how the heck do I use this? Yeah, I get what it is.
Not to alarm you, but
Alright, let's do a little bit of backing on up. Target this guy. I'm gonna have to do some chicanery here. Boom.
That must have hurt. Flogging the figure. That's it, Warren!
Okay, now that has been settled, let's go ahead. Cripple the chief.
Damn you, blast. Hey, we had some good times. I meant, this is futile.
Oh, I didn't even see this guy all up in our guts here. Shoot. Let's cripple his ass. Very nice.
Need a hand?
I will, after we collect everything. I'll let everybody heal for a half a minute. It's like, yeah, I have no idea. Gaping wound. So he's going to need a little bit of time to heal. Some cut fish. Yeah, give me everything. It's like we don't come into dangerous places for no freaking reason. Oh man, poisoned. No, just this. God darn it, guys. Why did you have to hit the barrel?
This is futile. This fight is...
These freaking guys, man.
What do you need?
You need to heal, bro. That's what you need.
I got it.
Hunting bow. What's that?
What do you need?
So anything else?
Can't be more than half handy, alright?
Rice wine, some of this, some of that. Some sardine. What the heck is this? From between the bars stares a frail, sickly Zurup. It shrinks when you're near, pressing itself onto the furthest corner of its cage, trembling. Around its neck are the remnants of bedraggled feather crest. Paint is smeared across its face, but the paint is old, flaking, and hasn't been reapplied in some time. Holy jeez, the Zerev's regalia tells you that they must have been important figures in the tribe, perhaps a high priest or a mother, but its condition makes it clear that those days are long gone. And that's because of all of our things. The Zerv watches you with an unreadable expression on his face and says nothing. Break that cage! The Zerv scrambles to get out of your reach. When you make no move to recapture it, it stares between you and the open cage door. Blinking rapidly, it tenses, then bursts out the door. Sure.
Yeah?
Alright. Was that all the cave? It looks like it. Okay.
Don't see why not.
Zerv watches you intently. Who locked you up? Zerv scuttles behind you and grabs hold of your leg. It points across the cave to the corpse of a large, wool-adorned Zerv, one of the champions, and scowls. Why are you following me? Zerv tilts its head slowly and blinks. It narrows its eyes like it can't quite figure out what you mean. Glances back at the cage you freed it from, then stares at you expectantly. Do you always follow your leader around? The Zerv clings tightly to your leg and refuses to let go. You want to come with me? What's up? What's up with this, lizard? It stares up at you, unblinking, and finally releases your leg. When you make no move to chase it away, it hops up and down excitedly. Eater seems pleased. Animal kindness. So is this an animal? Okay.
Of course.
How very interesting. So is this a pet? Let me pause and take a look. What does it say? I do not know. Quest items. Oh yeah, that's my money. Oh, 2 G's up in there. Woo! So his pet bar is unlocked. Is locked. Mine is not. So it's not a pet. I believe. Oh, Rinko's earring. Interesting. Okay. So that thing is not a pet, apparently. So So that's that. Okay, let's leave. Let's get the hell out of here. So is it gonna be a crew member? I don't quite know. Cavern of Resort Tuk-Tuk. Name the island. Land of the Lizards. Very, very weird. So was that all this place had to offer? Ooh, daily wages. Ooh. Daily wages really isn't anything. 28 water? Heck yeah, man. Give me all these supplies. So we stripped this land of everything, including its people, in a very unsightly fashion. But let's take a look here at what's going on with this lizard lady, thingy, person, whatchamacallit. Is that a crew member? I don't quite know. I mean, did it not get on board with us? Take a look at the crew. Oh no, it got on board. And it's a cook. She's a novice deckhand. Novice deckhand. And you're an unskilled cook. Now she healed up. She's healed for one more day. Now, if we put her there, it's a novice cook, but it's got 10 sailing experience somehow. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So we got some extra fruit. And then we didn't find any beer. We did find a ton of water, though. But they're starting to eat these things on down, man. Yeah. Like every day that's passing is going to be something entirely different. Ooh-wee. So, now we have a little bit of supplies. We gained some experience. We got a new crew member out of the most random of freaking places. I mean, I'm probably going to end up having to give, like, one of these people the boot, though. I mean, just to lower the cost down. I mean, it's only one and some money, but whatever. I don't need any extra people here. But we'll sail to, what's it called? Whatever it is up here. In our next episode, hopefully we'll make it there, because that's going to do it for us today. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to give a like, comment on down below, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. But until next time, everybody, you take it easy, and I'll see you around. Peace.